Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie Lynn. I usually talk about mom things and having a healthy, happy lifestyle, but today we're going to deal with one of my other common everyday mom issues that I face, and that is in the realm of parental alienation. So if you guys are coming to my channel today and you clicked on the title of this video and saw this thumbnail, you are more than likely an alienated parent, and I am absolutely so heartfelt sorry that you are going through this. It is a really horrible thing. I am so sorry that you are not having the ideal relationship that you want with your children because of a narcissist or abusive ex. I am also an alienated parent, and I really understand and I know how you feel. Today, I really wanted to talk about, and I've actually wanted to talk about this for a very long time, but I wanted to kind of go over and talk a little bit more in depth and throw some of my ideas mixed into Tammy Mariposa's Drip Love practice. Tammy Mariposa is a wonderful guide and well-respected woman in the parental alienation community. She is actually a reunification therapist. I have spoken with her a few times just through Facebook Messenger and other things, and we've connected a couple of times. I'm also in her group. I am going to link her group and her website and some of the things below that connect to her. I don't want anyone to think that I'm coming up with these ideas on my own. They are definitely hers, and she has practiced them. She herself is also an alienated parent, and she is somebody that we very much treasure and value in our parental alienation community. So I actually really wanted to discuss Tammy Mariposa's Drip Love practice because it is absolutely perfect, and I want to explain why. The problem with parental alienation is that parental alienation kind of revolves around this idea that love is not conditional, and I really need you guys to understand that. That is something very difficult to grasp at first, but once you kind of understand where I'm coming from here, a lot of this parental alienation thing is going to make a lot of sense. Parental alienation is a mental condition caused to a child when the abusive parent or the alienator mentally conditions or mentally abuses a child to reject a loving parent. They will also go through a lot of other things, and they will try to keep the child away from this parent, and vice versa. They will do everything within their power to not let the loving parent have a relationship with their child, and this can extend through other family members, friends and family, co-workers. The alienator will stop at nothing to absolutely decimate the alienated or erased parent from their child's lives and from everyone's lives, and they will also try to control and manipulate the image of the alienated parent. So Tammy's theory, like I said, it really revolves around this concept of conditional and unconditional love. That's kind of more of my words, maybe not so much hers, but her idea is that this abuse is slowly poisoning your child's mind. So as the abusive parent is constantly just kind of injecting your child with this poison, it doesn't happen overnight. Parental alienation is a thing that happens over time. So the abusive parent will actually slowly condition the child. They will poison their mind to reject the loving parent or other family members. So Tammy has created this system where the loving parent will actually drip love back. We don't want to come from a place of like this overwhelming need to just like shower a child in love. That's why it's literally just called drip love. Simple things like telling them, I love you, you make me happy, I missed you. Very unconditionally fulfilled things, because a lot of times the child that's been abused is going to reject you, and they're going to strike out, and they're going to try to hurt you. And obviously that hurts us very much. Now this practice can be for any level of alienation. There are multiple levels of parental alienation. There are some parents that are just fighting with another parent and they see their child maybe regularly, but their child is starting to reject them or starting to say they don't want to come see them. That's like a lower level scale of alienation. I, unfortunately, am at the maximum level of alienation. I am at a no contact level of alienation. It doesn't matter what I try to do, any way that I try to get a message to my child, my ex-husband will always interject it and destroy it. Whether that's packages and letters that I've sent to my children, messages even through PlayStation Messenger, my ex-husband has destroyed or removed and then blocked me on anything possible. Does not allow the kids to have social media. So I have a zero contact, but I am still able to utilize Tammy's drip love practice. And that's really an amazing thing. So what you want to do is, if you are seeing your child and you're starting to go through parental alienation, you do not want to start bringing up the words parental alienation. You don't want to start lecturing the child. You don't want to start poisoning them back and just like obtusely focus firing on like things that the other parent is doing wrong or what the other parent is doing to, you know, obstruct your relationship with that child. Like if I saw my daughter right now today, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I've been trying to reach you. I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've made Facebook posts about you. I've made Instagram posts. I made YouTube videos. I wouldn't do any of that. I would just express to her how grateful I am, how much I want her to be part of my life every single day, how much I love her, and just be extremely understanding. Like even if she is rejecting of me or says she hates me, just be there and just kind of absorb it all and just know that it's like the mental abuse that's speaking, and just let her know that I'm there for her, and find some way where we can slowly develop and communicate and I can drip love safely, and just always let that abused child know that you are coming from a place of unconditional love, that no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how many amazing extravagant trips they go on with the abusive parent, or no matter what terrible things the abusive parent does to the targeted parent or alienated parent, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is how much you love your children. I would not call my son up on the phone and just lecture him for 25 minutes about, you know, how upset I was that I missed his birthday. You never want to just bombard your child with your emotional trauma. Your child is suffering from emotional trauma, as are you. I completely understand that. It is like suffering the death of a living child or children, and it is devastating, you guys. Like I have, you know, pretty much been okay with, you know, there was some points where I was so low that if I had passed away or something had happened to me, that I was literally just going to accept it. Like it is really, really awful, the despair and loneliness and regret and guilt and everything that you guys are going to feel, and all of the questions of what if and what should I have done differently and what can I do differently tomorrow. That doesn't matter. All that matters is your love for your child, and that you are always expressing your love for your child, but subtly. Do it subtly. Give them gifts. Don't pressure them. Don't pressure them to respond. Don't pressure them to have an emotional reaction to you, good or bad. Don't expect anything from them. You are just always there. You are just a pillar of support and love for your child, regardless of what they say to you and what they are doing. Remember that they are being emotionally abused and manipulated by the abusive parent. Therefore, they feel a large obligation to uphold the negative image that the abusive parent has of you, because otherwise they will be punished by their abuser. And the punishment isn't like being grounded or having something taken away. The abuse is mental. It is mentally draining. They might get the silent treatment. That's something that my ex-husband did to me. If I did or said something he didn't like, he wouldn't speak to me for 4 days. Could you imagine my kids going through that because they accepted a card from me or accepted a coffee date with me? I couldn't imagine. And your children are probably going through something similar, but the abusive parent will do something to hurt them mentally and emotionally for even wanting a relationship with you. So it is safer for them to continue this charade of you being a piece of shit or you being hurtful or bad because it protects them. Okay? It's not against you. It's a reaction that they are having to protect themselves. That is why you always want to be there as this unconditional pillar of love and always there to support and love your child no matter what they do. And one day when they're strong enough or old enough, or one day when we hope to God, when the tables turn in court and your time comes, everything will be okay because you've laid this foundation of love for your child. All right, guys, I hope that makes sense to you. I just want to put it into perspective what your alienated child is going through. I understand the pain that you have. And I say that every day, and it is a little bit easier sometimes for me to just be more grateful because I am blessed to have 2 children that are not alienated. I have a total of 4. Only my oldest 2 are alienated right now, and my heart will never, ever, ever be whole until they are here. Same with my husband. He just is praying and waiting for the day when our family is full and when we know that our oldest 2 kids are not in this awful system of abuse anymore. And so I just want to say how sorry I am to the situation that you are in. I really understand. So many of you have written me messages, you've added me on Facebook, you've emailed me. I know I haven't been good at responding to all of those comments. This is really hard for me to do. I hate making these videos. I just do. It sucks. It's a shitty topic. It's talking about, child abuse, essentially, and it's really devastating. And it really kind of puts me in a sour mood, and it really hurts to reflect and to be open about a lot of things that myself and my kids have gone through, and just the spread of alienation and the toll it's taken on my life and the life of my husband and the life of my 2 youngest kids. So I just want you guys to know that I am there for you. I am sorry to everybody that's messaged me and I haven't responded. Please feel free to reach out. There will be a day where I'm just gonna go through all of the messages, and I just want you guys to know I am grateful that you watch my content, even content like this that is definitely harder to deal with. My heart goes out to you, and I just say keep strong. The quote that I think I've mentioned a couple times that I really hang on to is, goodness always prevails, it just takes longer. And that is something that I have just lived and died by every single day. And I know that we're all gonna win in the end. I know that this is gonna come around and everything is gonna be made right, and it just doesn't happen overnight. And just become stronger, because tomorrow our kids will need us. All right, I'm sending you all my love, and I'm so sorry for the situation that you're in. Thank you.